Good day everyone. We are going to talk about Module 2 of Lesson 3 for Audiovisual Media, a presentation for PC 213 Presentations Log. And we have our introduction. Audiovisual materials are the most complete resources for teachers due to their availability and versatility. They enhance the learning experience of students and teachers alike. Examples for audiovisual materials or AV in short is that we have DLP, laptops, phones, charts, and flip charts. These examples really are helpful for them, which is accessible but difficult to manipulate if you didn't know how to use and utilize. Description of concepts. We have audio material and visual material. Audio materials are tools to convey information through sound. For visual material, tools to convey information through sight. An example for audio materials which are MP3, tapes, and radio. For visuals, we have phone, laptops, and TV. We have examples for audio material. Radio, tape recorder, gramophone, audio cassette tape, and CD tape. We have examples for visual material. Photographs and paintings, sculptures and prints. And we have audiovisual material, a combination of both sight and sound to convey information, and audio refers to sounds reproduced by a computer or any device able to play. An example for AV materials are laptops, computers, and phones. And for audio, we have recorded voice like podcasts and MP3 songs on iTunes and Spotify. And lastly is we have video. Video is an electronic medium for recording, copying, and broadcasting of moving visual images. An example for video is we have cameras with video settings on it, or phones that can be able to record videos too. Next, we have functions of audiovisual materials. First, we have teaching music literature, science and documentation activities, teaching language and other content areas, to foster oral communication, to motivate interpretation, and to make use of sketches and broadcasts. An example situation for this is that teachers present their presentation with ease without using textbooks. They can bring more examples so that students understand more about the topic discussed. Next, we have types of audiovisual materials. We We have audio. Under audio, we have recordings. These may come in cassettes or CDs. And radio broadcast, which is a transmission of radio programs, can be live or tape. And we have recordings and radio broadcasting examples. Podcasts and streams that can be recorded live and post for the audience to return to. And radio broadcasting are mostly live and on the spot talking, giving up news and dramas. And we have visual media, bulletin boards, a form to display information on a board, and posters, a form of displaying information using text and pictures. This visual media that both bulletin boards and posters go along with each other. These two are usually found where people gathered around, like memos, lost and found, scheduled meetings, and announcements. We have bulletin board and posters examples. Other examples is the classroom type of bulletin boards. Bulletin boards are useful to print memos and announcements. And for posters, photos can be informative, entertainment, and many others. We have audiovisual media, motion pictures, videos of sound mixed with motion images, and films, large sequences of animated scenes and sounds. An example for motion media or motion picture, we have an animated scene for a clip like SpongeBob SquarePants. And for films, we have an example is the full animated film Inside Out. And we have the motion picture videos and films. Those are an example of the pictures on the left side, which is the horse and an equestrian, a man riding a horse. This is maybe an example for a zoetrope or some kind. Each picture is like a stop animation kind of thing. And then next we have the notable animated films like Toy Story, Monsters Incorporation, Coco, and this below Incredibles, Spirited Away, Wall-E, many other animated films in the industry. We have guidelines for audiovisual materials in learning and teaching. Images should be always as small as possible. Always provide alternative content. Check copyright. Use MP4 format, a size of 640 by 400 and a speed of 500 kbps. When using images, you should always be mindful of what topic and what pictures you should be using. And always check for copyright. Of course, you have to check for copyright for that pictures or your images and photos you are using, or else you don't want to have watermarks in your images. And of course, when putting a video on your video presentation, is that you have to use MP4, of course. We have provide transcripts for audio and video files and save audio files in mono format. An example for transcript is that if your audience is deaf yet wants to participate, they can read the transcript of you speaking or watching a foreign film with subtitles since you don't understand a conversation. And for mono means one. You must use one single mic or else it will be ruined for the quality of your audio. guidelines. These are the examples. Of course, that the pictures must be smaller. And the video must be in the MP4 format, MP4 video. And the audio or the video must be in the mono, not the stereo type, again, not the stereo one, for the reason of it will be different in both ears to be heard, especially if you're wearing headphones or headsets. And some audio or some videos might need some subtitles, for especially for the deaf can hear. And that's it for the guidelines. We have uses of audiovisual materials. We have stimulate interest and emphasis, promote efficiency, and clarify subject topics. Of course, it is very useful for the reason the audience attention will you and your AV material. Simple the better and neat. Next, we have advantages of using audiovisual materials in teaching. Can be reused and reduce the quantity of asked questions. It is true, since it is a waste of time explaining things with an example video to help you. With your AV videos, the audience will minimize asking you questions since you have the material needed. We have disadvantages of using audiovisual materials in teaching. Requires correct use. Not all concepts can be taught. Should include only images unfit for boards and might not guarantee learning. To prepare it, good pronunciation is needed. It can be difficult to understand for children. A good internet speed is required, and the proper equipment is needed. It is really difficult since you have to search far and wide for the best examples for your work. Sometimes it will not go well with your topic. Most speakers are conscious of their grammars and pronunciation. That equals to anxiety. Not all have good internet speed, and it sucks and stresses you out. If you don't have proper equipment, that will bring you down, and the quality of your video and audio is going to be bad. Ways to use audio to support learning. Unit podcast examples, weekly updates of teaching material and current situations. Live online discussions between 2 or more people. Sometimes podcasts can be used for learning since they have a large genre catering a lot of topics. I was once listening to a horror podcast, and it is great if you have tasks or going to sleep while listening. Then for live online discussions, teachers and students alike uses the most common ones like Zoom and Meet, though we have Discord and Skype too. Though they are not known for some students, especially if you're not a gamer or you don't know how to use it. We have interviews with subject matter experts. These can be used as core or supporting for lessons, and student-generated recordings used as part of a learner activity or to record evidence. These AV media can be used as a supporting idea to discussion, or an example is that if you have you want to clarify things using videos. We have recordings of public lectures. Those can be repurposed and used for different contexts and subjects. Though there are teachers who record their class for them to use as documentation and for attendance of participation. Ways to use video to support learning. To demonstrate experiments, example sodium solution plus the periodic table. To exemplify abstract concepts, example what is inside a flame. To illustrate 3D models. Some video materials can be used like an experiment to compare things to properly explain it out. These are some things. Example of this, a picture of cells and pictures of the video. We have to demonstrate time passage. Example is an awesome HD stinky slow-mo video, or to demonstrate decision-making processes. Example is conflicts in the workplace sources and solutions. Some can be used to perform activities like Zumba or Follow Me exercise activities. To summarize, to illustrate performances and music, and to show practical activities. Example of that is the melting method. There are 3 steps in producing audiovisuals. We have planning, the most critical aspect of producing. It requires a purpose of why, brainstorming of how, and the preparation. Planning everything out is the very first step of everything, since you can change everything from lines to recording. Second, production. Production, the shooting or recording stage, is what most people consider the production phase of an audio or video project. In a production, starts the time where you make yourself shine. These scenes and clips of videos or audio are raw that can be edited throughout the processes. Will be discussed in the next slide. Publishing. Publishing phase is the final part of producing audio or video for educational purposes, and is often referred to as post-production and requires editing. Of course, not all video are for educational purposes, some are for entertainment. Though these are the apps used to upload your videos. Example is that we have YouTube, Vimeo, and Skillshare. In publishing videos online, be responsible and search of what audience you're going to present. And we have programs to create, edit, and publish videos. We have Audacity, is to record and arrange videos. This is the app. And GarageBand is to record and edit sounds. This is the app. And Windows Media is to record and edit video. And here is the app or the logo. Next we have Windows Movie Maker, is a free use to edit. Here is the app or the logo. The Virtual DJ is a free use to edit sounds and video. Here is the logo or the app logo. And QuickTime Pro is a video editing software. These 3 are for edit app logos. Next we have using the web. Publish using the web, accessing to YouTube, Vimeo, or SlideShare. the most common platform to upload your videos is YouTube. Some uses Vimeo or SlideShare, and some uses the online paying platform like Skillshare. Next, we have audio-visual samples for elementary school children. These are the sites: BBC, thevoiceamerica.com, and Storynory. Unfortunately, I cannot see this link, so I don't have the what do you call this, the example for BBC, but still I have an example for voiceamerica.com and Storynory. And this is the website for voiceamerica.com. And we have Storynory. This is the website. Actually, I hear a story in Storynory. I really like the story for Alice in the Wonderland, and I swear they are really good, especially if you don't know how to speak English very well. And we have the last part, the conclusion. Teachers must educate themselves in the new tools to enrich the learning process of their students. Thus, the use of audiovisual material should be encouraged to enhance on what we learn and teach. For me, in my conclusion, in my opinion, is that teachers must be competent enough, especially in this new normal we have, since we have the pandemic, COVID-19. We didn't know how this pandemic ends, and I don't know this pandemic actually ends, since the spread of the virus is still ongoing. That's why we, future educators or future teachers, we have to know how to adapt things, since we are the and of course we are also the so-called 21st century learners. We have to know basic things on how to present videos online, and what content we are going to discuss about. It's really an advantage to us, but disadvantage to most people, or what you say, the older generation, if they didn't know how to use internet for their advantage. Though there is a first time of everything, actually. You just have time, or you want to learn more about the technology or the internet, so that you can use it to your advantage. And these are the references used for the presentation. That concludes our presentation for today. Thank you and have a nice day.